For question 16, how did religion give women access to education? Was it available to everyone? Were the justifications for denying women the right to learn? They, in terms of Taoism and Confucianism, there were religious roles available to women so that they could be priests, nuns. In Christianity, they're missionaries, because they had this kind of cosmic connection. They had this communication ability. They had this ability to communicate cosmically that allowed them these benefits, kind of. And that being said, something I found interesting was the complementary hierarchy versus the complementary relationship versus the hierarchical relationship between Taoism and Confucianism. How they separated each other, how they, like yin and yang, how one is weaker, one is stronger, one is more intellectual, one is more receptive. In terms of like cosmic relationship, God or Allah, or cosmic creator, ambiguously gendered being, right? And earth, receptive, weaker, women. This relationship just continued to impact religion and the effect of it on women's roles in general. Or on an educational standard, these roles of religious activity allowed for solitary lives, right? Solitary lives as nuns, celibate nuns. In Christianity, lives of virginity. In Buddhism, achieving nirvana allowed a life as an arhat, to study or to do meditation. Christianity also allowed for solitary lives in monasteries, which men and women both flocked to for the solitary life, even though some of the solitary life is frowned upon. It was attractive to a bunch of people because that's a way we can learn, that's a way we can go study, that's a way we can do this. Women were subjected to the idea that they, despite being able to have these roles in religion, they did not escape the restrictions in society as women, so they still were not allowed to study at academies or having the political freedom, the economic freedom that men did at the same time, still viewed secondary. And it was because of this cosmic idea that God still put God in terms of all of the monotheistic or polytheistic, but like still secondary because of that cosmic relationship. Educated women were feared because of their ability to communicate with the cosmic beings, and that level of communication, and not only that, but the level of thinking. They were viewed as too dangerous, too knowledgeable in this way. And in order for a successful relationship to exist, it seemed that there was this consistent idea of one being more powerful than the other. And whenever women were educated, it made it more equal and less available for men to take that higher stance and not have the receiver being the woman, if that makes sense. There was also this idea of temptation that did not allow for women to have that, because they were just, oh, you're temptation, and in Buddhism, the horrific femininity, right, just, it's consistently battering the ability of women to succeed in these ways just because of the way it developed. It's kind of angering, but